In today's show, I'm going to be sharing with you this bullish price prediction from crypto influencer CryptoBull, who has 156,000 followers here on crypto Twitter, who says, alrighty, let's stay realistic here. Keyword, realistic. $33,000 by July, and then we go parabolic. I'm going to be breaking down this bullish price prediction for you right here in today's show. Also, crypto influencer Dan Held makes a great point with this question. The percentage of the world using the internet back in 1995 was 0.5%. Now the percentage of people using the internet right now in 2020, closer to 60%. Now the percentage of the world using Bitcoin right now in 2020 is 0.5%. What do you think the Bitcoin price will likely be when we have 60% adoption in the world using Bitcoin? Here's the thing. I know it's not going to take 25 years for this adoption to take place. I personally feel it's going to happen within the next 5 years. Where will this take the Bitcoin price? We'll be discussing it in greater detail right here in today's show. Also in today's episode, a COVID-19 vaccine will spark a Bitcoin crash, according to Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki. Now, I disagree with the vaccine element of what he has to share right here, but listen up. What happens when the vaccine is proven? Gold, silver, Bitcoin will crash. Buying opportunity, real problem, not the pandemic. Real problem, massive U.S. debt, U.S. bankrupt, 28 trillion balance sheet debt, 120 trillion off the balance sheet social obligations, gold, silver, Bitcoin, best investments long term. Now, while I do agree that the real problem is definitely not the pandemic, that's just the excuse, the smoke and mirrors so they can continue stealing trillions out of our economy. I disagree with the part that Bitcoin will crash as a result of a proven vaccine. I responded with this tweet right here. Let's use some common sense, people. Vaccines are not proven and never will be because they're designed to make you sick, destroy your health, and kill you. I'll be breaking this down in greater details for you in today's show. Also in today's episode, the creator of the crypto asset that skyrocketed 138,000% is now backing a brand new decentralized finance project, which I'll be revealing for you right here in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. We can see most of the major altcoins are in the red. Bitcoin is just starting to break out. We just crossed that critical 11,000 resistance. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right. And turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this, including weekends. And before I kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV, and let's kick it off by diving into today's top bullish prediction coming from the crypto bull himself, who wrote, all right, let's stay realistic here, 33,000 by July, and then we go parabolic. Now let's actually take a look at this chart. Now, what exactly does the Bitcoin price need to do to cross 33,000? All we need to do virtually is 3x from here, which means move up approximately 300%. Now, also keep in mind, after halving, typically the year following, we go parabolic. What exactly does parabolic mean? That means the Bitcoin price can soar 10x, 20x, 30x. Nobody really knows. However, keyword here, realistic, which I define as conservative. So with CryptoBull being conservative, predicting that in the 7th month of next year, which is July, a $33,000 Bitcoin price, I'm going to go on the record and say I feel Bitcoin will retest its all-time high of $20,000 this year in the 4th quarter of 2020. And I personally would not be surprised if the Bitcoin price Hulk smashes that $33,000 price target put out by CryptoBull. Now, I feel that could happen this year. If it doesn't happen in the 4th quarter, my prediction is that it will happen in the 1st quarter of 2021. So that's my bullish price prediction. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments right down below. Now, I like the fact that the CryptoBull is being conservative with saying 33,000 by July, but I feel that's very unlikely. However, if that did occur, I'm not going to complain. I'd be more than thrilled with a brand new all-time high Bitcoin price by July, knowing we're then going to go parabolic. Now that's the key word. Then we go parabolic, right? Moving up 300% is not a parabolic move by any stretch of the imagination. That's nothing in cryptocurrency when we have decentralized finance projects like Yearn Finance surging over 138,000%. Also keep in mind, once Bitcoin crosses 20,000, we enter price discovery mode. We can shoot up from 20K to 33,000 just like this. And I also want to remind you what the Crypto Lark points out right here. Quick reminder that the price of Bitcoin went from $11,000 to $20,000 in literally 14 days. Back in 2017, this market is a powder keg. Just to demonstrate how fast the Bitcoin price can move on up, it virtually almost doubled in 2 weeks back in 2017. So will that happen again? Nobody knows, but let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And checking out this reply to the Crypto Lark from Jackie Robson, who wrote, yes, but retail was the main driver. There is no surge in retail interest right now. See the Google Trends, in which Lark Davis responded, yes, true, but also companies were not buying 175 million worth of Bitcoin at a time, referring to MicroStrategy, which is the equivalent of 350,000 retail investors buying $500 worth of Bitcoin each. Touche. In which Jackie responded back, point taken, institutional investment will drive this next wave. Retail will be forced to follow. I agree. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And now checking out this tweet from crypto influencer Dan Held, who proposes an excellent question to ponder. He wrote, the percentage of the world using the internet 25 years ago in 1995 was 0.5%. Now the percentage of the world using the internet 25 years later in 2020 is 60%. The percentage of the world using Bitcoin currently in 2020, about 0.5%. What do you think the Bitcoin price will be when 60% of the population is using Bitcoin? That, my friend, is the million-dollar question. Here's what I do believe, that mass adoption for Bitcoin is not going to take 25 years like it took with the internet. I think we can see mass adoption with Bitcoin within the next 5 years, especially with the trillions being stolen out of the economy in the name of quantitative easing right now, with all the central banking shenanigans going on, which we're going to break down in further detail right here in the show. So within the next 5 years, I do truly feel that Bitcoin adoption could be 60%, which would likely take the Bitcoin price, in my humble opinion, above $500,000 per Bitcoin, and even potentially $1 million plus within the next 5 years. Let me know your thoughts if you agree or disagree in the comments right down below. And before I break down our next story of the day, according to Rich Dad Poor Dad author, COVID-19 vaccine will spark a Bitcoin crash. First, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. We can see most of the major altcoins are in the red. Bitcoin just started breaking out right when I hit the record button here this morning. We're currently up 0.8%, trading at $11,070. It's cool that we didn't close that CME futures gap at that $9,600 to $9,700 range. We just blew past it, and it just is what it is. We have a major resistance, I'd say, at 11.2 and 11.5. I feel if we can break that 11.5 resistance, we can retest that critical 12K resistance. And once we break that, we're going to head on up to a $14,000 high, which we haven't seen in the past 12 months. And once that happens, we're likely to retest all-time highs of 20,000, which were set back in December of 2017. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day, shall we? According to Rich Dad, the Bitcoin price will crash when the world finds a coronavirus vaccine that works. Checking out his tweet right here. What happens when the vaccine is proven? Gold, silver, Bitcoin will crash. Buying opportunity. Real problem is not the pandemic. The real problem is massive U.S. debt, U.S. bankrupt, 28 trillion balance sheet debt, 120 trillion off the balance sheet social obligations. Gold, silver, Bitcoin, best investments long term. Now, here's what I agree with. I do agree that the real problem is not the pandemic, in which I call the plandemic. The real problem is massive U.S. debt, U.S. bankrupt. Absolutely, they can continue printing trillions of dollars because now they have the perfect excuse, hence the pandemic. Now, here's the part I disagree with. I do not believe that a vaccine will ever be proven because, check this out as I responded here, let's use some common sense, please. Vaccines are not proven and never will be because they're designed to make you sick, destroy your health, and kill you. There's an obvious agenda, and the agenda is for them to destroy your health so that you live in fear, so they can continue doing all of these shenanigans, such as printing trillions and trillions and stealing it from the economy. And I also went on to share right here, here's some helpful tips on how to boost your immune system by the World Health Organization. Now, I'm being very sarcastic. Please keep that in mind. Whatever you do, make sure not to take any vitamin D3, vitamin C, vitamin A, avoid human contact, and especially sunlight at all costs. Don't worry, it's easy. Just pretend you're a vampire. As you can see right here, how to boost your immune system by the World Health Organization. Drugs, which is a major profit vehicle for them. Vaccines, major profit. Not only is it a multi-billion-dollar industry with no liability whatsoever, guess what? It causes a lot of the major diseases such as obesity, diabetes, autism, etc., where they can profit hundreds of billions of dollars in treating you with the so-called cure for the rest of your life. Masks, which are known to restrict your oxygen supply while weakening your immune system. Avoid sunlight. Oh no, you can't have too much vitamin D3 now, which will actually make you healthier and less likely to get sick. Avoid human contact at all costs and live in fear. Turn on the media and listen to nobody else. There you have it. All right, now that I feel I made my point loud and clear, another thing I actually do agree with Rich Dad is that gold, silver, and Bitcoin are the best long-term investments. Continuing, Kiyosaki argued that the virus wasn't making the real issues at stake for the U.S. economy in particular, with 26.7 trillion in debt, according to monitoring resource U.S. National Debt Clock, much of which appeared via stimulus measures. Since COVID hit, the country is now officially bankrupt. Now, the argument is in favor of long-term investment into Bitcoin has become more and more public since March's cross-asset market crash. Now, despite the current strength of the US dollar, it's broadly seen as being in a downward spiral, which will only worsen thanks to the Fed, also ostensibly intended to counter the coronavirus fallout. Now, the weakness in the US dollar currency index has buoyed Bitcoin and gold in recent months, underscoring inverse correlation, which remains a major consideration for traders. On Wednesday, the Fed is set to deliver fresh comments on the future of its market participation, aka market manipulation, further raising the prospect of dollar volatility. Another trend highlights increases in the Bitcoin price as the debt amassed by central banks worldwide balloon this year. Check this out. Bitcoin year to date up 51%, gold is up 28%, SPX up 5%, the dollar up 1.5% thanks to trillions in printing, and WTI down 40%. Now, we all know Warren Buffett recently exited out of the US banks and put his money into gold stocks. What exactly is Warren Buffett doing? Warren Buffett has a huge cash position. He recently moved into gold stock, which is a very different kind of investment than he's used to making over the past decades. And as of this week, he's now getting a big position in Japanese stocks. RT host Max Kaiser, who often presents similar conclusions about the economy, continued in an interview this weekend. He goes on the record to share he's getting out of the dollar. I think that's pretty clear. That should be a red flag to folks out there. That's one of the world's most successful investors is getting out of the dollar. I do feel this is a sign of the times, and that's why you have major corporations now like MicroStrategy purchasing tremendous amounts of Bitcoin, and I think this trend will continue. And checking out Rich Dad's most recent tweet from yesterday, he wrote, "Unemployed bankers, did Buffett dumping big banks signal the end of the banks? Is crypto US dollar next? Will crypto US dollar mean more loss of freedom and privacy? More Orwell's 1984 Big Brother? Will the Fed replace bankers? Is Fed Big Brother?" More reasons to buy gold, silver, and Bitcoin right now. Now, I do agree right here with Robert Kiyosaki. If you want to protect yourself against the dwindling value of the dollar, you should be putting your money into safe haven assets, which are not going to be depleted as they continuously print trillions and trillions in the name of quantitative easing. All right, now before I break down our next story of the day, the creator of this crypto asset that skyrocketed 138,000% is now backing a brand new decentralized finance project. But first, let's take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at 355 billion with 95 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. Current BTC dominance is 57 0.6%. And now taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100, we have Uniswap surging once again up 35%, now trading at about $7. Celsius up 26%, trading at 76 cents. Hedge Trade up 21%, trading at $1.24. Energy Web Token up 11%, trading at $10.33. Neem up 10%, trading at 11.6 cents. And DX Chain Token up 9%, trading at 0.002. And now taking a look at the biggest losers within the top 100 within the past 24 hours. We have Hyperon down 21%, trading just below 23 cents. Balancer down 15%, trading at $18.66. UMA down 9%, trading at $11.69. We have Ren down 8%, trading at 23 cents. And Kyber Network down 8%, trading at $1.04. Now let me know, out of this list of the biggest losers and the biggest gainers, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on? Drop me a comment right down below. And now checking out the BitMEX margins, we can see the bulls are barely in control, leading with about 12 million in superiority in the last 24 hours, with longs leading 50.5% versus 49.45% shorts. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Holla at your boy. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators, it's the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 48, which is neutral, the same as yesterday. Last week, a 41 in fear, and last month a 75 in greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, and before I break down this final story of the day, the creator of this crypto asset that skyrocketed a whopping 138,000%, now backing a brand new DeFi project. First, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 540 plus videos right here on my channel. Also some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Not only is this updated every single day, including weekends, but it also allows you to download the latest episode of the show in MP3 format. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button right below this video. And if you're listening or watching on a different platform, to visit the direct YouTube link, it's cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also follow us on all the major podcasting platforms, from Apple's iTunes to Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Google Play and Stitcher Radio. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is CryptoNewsYes. And for those of you active on Facebook, as I am, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 17,000 strong from all over the world. To become a part of it, simply click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, as I am, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day, shall we? Andre Cronje, the creator of the immensely successful Yearn.finance protocol, better known as YFI, is now backing a new decentralized finance project. In a Medium post, Alan, the pseudo-anonymous creator of the controversial SAFE token, SAFE, says he's now pivoting with a rebrand and claims that he has Andre Cronje's support. SAFE is a governance token for an insurance protocol that was built to protect yield farmers. The DeFi asset skyrocketed to a high of $4,438 on September 14th before crashing all the way down to $166 2 days later, according to CoinGecko. The SAFE creator appears to be at the center of the collapse as he admits he committed mistakes. He goes on the record to share, "As the creator of SAFE, I acknowledge that mistakes were made in my handling of the SAFE token launch. I take full responsibility for my actions and no one else should be blamed except me. I apologize to anyone who was negatively affected in how I communicated. Testing in prod isn't always fun." Alan is now rebranding SAFE as the Cover Protocol. He says Cronje has provided him a grant of $25,000 and 5 Ethereum to help kick it off. Cronje is also serving as an advisor for the project, which makes this all very interesting. He says they won't replicate past mistakes with Cover. As the initial launch of SAFE was immature, we were rebuilding the protocol from scratch and rebranding as Cover. The Cover Protocol will enable users to buy and sell Cover on anything, all on a completely decentralized and scalable platform. Our unique model has no limitations on depth of coverage per platform, allowing even platforms like Curve and Aave with billions of total value locked to have meaningful coverage. So there you have it. Alan plans to launch the beta for Cover on November 1st. He says safe token holders can migrate to Cover after the beta and appropriate audits are completed. Kronje gained fame in the crypto circles after Yearn Finance's governance token YFI surged in value since rolling out in mid-July. The token exploded from $31 to a high of $43,678 on September 12th, an increase of about 138,000%. Let me know if you're bullish on YFI. There's some analysts predicting that this shoot up to $100,000 before Bitcoin does. I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments right down below. All right, now here's a quick recap of what I covered right here in today's show. The crypto bull himself says, all right, let's stay realistic here with his $33,000 Bitcoin price prediction by July, and then we go parabolic. Let me know how you define parabolic. Where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to be? I also remind you that according to the infamous stock to flow model, we'll cross a 6-digit valuation for the Bitcoin price for the first time on August 16th, 2021. We also had Lark Davis remind us, quick reminder, that the price of Bitcoin went from 11K to 20,000, virtually doubling in 14 days back in 2017. This market is a powder keg, and Dan Held made a great point. What do you think the price of Bitcoin will be when 60% of the population is using Bitcoin? I personally feel it'll be above $500,000. I also shared with you how Rich Dad believes a COVID-19 vaccine will spark a Bitcoin crash, in which I disagree with, as I already know that vaccines are not proven to be effective. In fact, they're just more likely to make people sick. However, I do agree with the fact that the real problem is not the pandemic. The real problem is the massive US debt. And I'm also very long on Bitcoin, as I do feel it is the best long-term investment. So I have to agree with most of what Rich Dad has to share. And I also broke down for you the creator of this crypto asset that skyrocketed 138,000%. We're talking about YFI, now backing a brand new DeFi project. Now you know what it is. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go from here? Drop me a comment right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right. And turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, including weekends, just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. You'll be glad you did, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.